Hello, hello. This is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. Trying out some mono green Landfall with some Edge of Eternities cards. And I have increased my landfall, or my land count, considerably. Started with 21, now up to 23. I'm just tired of getting mana screwed. Like that, now right on time, the flood begins. Yeah, maybe it's just shouldn't change things off of a few matches, but man, just getting punished where I have all my pieces and no lands. Now we're gonna have all my lands and no pieces. All right, well we got the Tifa, we got the Cradle of Growth, which is great because it means we don't have to crack our fetches until we're ready. Green black makes me think, well, we're gonna get Thought Seized or Fatal Pushed. Wow, that was really cool from our opponent. Um, I mean, we're gonna hope this doesn't die. Turn 2, our opponent hits for 12. Um, we don't have any answer. I mean, we don't have. Yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna probably die to Fatal Push or some other nonsense. Necrodominance. All right, well, we don't have any chances here. We're already at 8. Soul Spike, 4 damage. We might just be dead. Oh yeah, they went up to 29. I'm sure we're dead. I'm sure they have another 20. So they gained 12 up to 32. Yeah, I mean that's a turn 3 win from Green Black, Necrodominance, Sorin, Nourishing Shoal, Ghalta. Back up to 17. Maybe we're not dead. Maybe we are dead. I think they probably did that in order to soul spike and not go down to 1. On the off chance we have some sort of gut shot, for instance. Ooh, Nourishing Shoal again for 12. So they go up to 24 more life. They're down to 20 cards. They gotta have what they need in their hand at this point. Nourishing Shoal number 4 with Ghalta. So they found. Well, I mean, they drew. I mean, almost their entire deck. Found all their nourishing shoals. Found all their Ghaltas to get up to 41 life, and we're at 4. So now they need to find a way to gain just a little bit of life to finish us off, or find a soul spike. Meanwhile, if we survive a turn, which seems unlikely given our opponent has their entire deck in their hand and they can pick their 5 best cards, we will. I think our only hope is to, when they're at this high of a life total, is to Traveling Chocobo, and then follow that up with play the Misty Rainforest, Traveling Chocobo, follow that up with a Might Form Harmonizer. Or do we want, which land do we want to play is the question. I think we want, see what's in our opponent's deck. So Chocobo, we will, or we can do this and follow it up with Chocobo. I think we gotta play Chocobo. The question is, do we want to go Misty Rainforest first, so that we have the fetch land to crack? I think that's probably the best option. Roaring Earth. It's just a -1. Still, we'll attack it. So that might have been one reason we wanted to do a different line, but I think we just have to. We just have to hope they can't kill us, but it's hard to imagine they can't, given that they have so much. They've found their 5 best cards, or they just take a fatal push in one of those 30 to kill the Tifa. All right, well, looks like they didn't we hit that for 3? Oh, just 2. Okay, gonna get rid of the bird and then kill us because they gain 4 life, and then they can drain us for 4. Alright, well, that was fun for our opponent. Let's see what we can do to stop what they're trying to do. I mean, that's a lot of. We have some hate, but man, that was. We can bring in some Force of Vigors and some Veil of Summers. To help protect ourselves. We don't really want to go down all of our explosiveness, right? Terra Symbiosis has largely been a. We haven't really seen it, and the times we have seen it, we have not been overly. We haven't even been able to cast it, so. I think I won. I mean, Bristly Bill, of course, is one of our best cards, but. Let's try to trim. I'm already regretting. It's just maybe I'm too reactive. I'm already regretting the extra land. We do have 4 lands in hand, but adding a single land to our. We went from 22 to 23 shouldn't lead to this much flood or this many lands in your hand. I could have mulligan, but we have a Besager to answer the um, Necrodominance if they've cast one. We have 2 Typhas to hopefully survive a Thoughtseize or whatever. But we don't have a turn 1 play. We can pretend we have a Veil of Summer in our hand, though. I'm not even sure. I mean, I'm sure our opponent can come bring in something, but I don't know if they really want to against what is already a good matchup for them. They don't need to really bring in anything, I don't think. Veil of Summer would be nice. They did have their whole combo in hand last game. Nourishing Shoal plus Ghalta plus Sorin. 3 cards. So I assume they play 4 of each. So yeah, I mean that they're gonna get that. I mean, you're hoping they don't find the 3-card combo in game 2 on a. I guess maybe they mold to 6. March of Wretched Sorrow. Gonna be watching out for that. Chocobo. I mean, we're setting up for the future here. Chocobo is really good. I think what we do is Tifa. There's a Sorin. Do they have their combo? Did they find it in their mold of 6? And maybe not. Fetch land is good for us. So we can... maybe this is the time we need to hold up Beseju, though, just to stop the insanity. So fetch land. We can Beseju. So I think we fetch land now. So let's just practice. This goes on first. This goes on second. Yep. Thing is, though, if they untap in Necrodominance, I think we'd lose. And I don't know how to play it. You know, with the Beseju in hand, do we just not do anything and wait, and so that we don't die to a Necrodominance? Or do we risk it that they don't have a Necrodominance and try to win next turn? Soul Spike. 4 damage to any target. Extorted. So now they've gained 5 life. They can flip. And then do... Sorin deals damage equal to the amount of life you've gained. They've gained 5. We can crack. Put this up to 4. Well, I guess we're going to find out about if we need to hold on to this Beseju. Now we have 2 lands. We really don't want to crack both fetches to Beseju Necrodominance, but we totally will. End step, huh? I would have loved to have found a Snakes or a Veil of Summer there. Run it back. Yeah, I mean, like you're trying to brew, I'm trying to brew. You can just let me finish my combo before you scoop it up. I think there's a sort of mindset in the world of Magic that you should scoop as soon as you see that you're dead, in order to save your opponent the clicks, to show that you're an experienced player, that you know how the game works, that you like. It's like considered, I think, respectful to scoop as soon as you see that you're dead. But when you're playing a brew or you're playing a combo deck, I mean, we're not in a league. I feel like for content purposes, it would be really nice if people could just not scoop right away. Still no Veil of Summer, but we have the Force of Vigor to answer Necrodominance. And there's the Snakeskin Veil. Alright, so what we would like now is to find like a Roaring Earth or something that we can stick before playing the Bristly Bill. So yeah, I mean, I don't think opponents are scooping early just because they're trying to be spiteful or something like that, but because I do think it's more of just, well, we all, time is precious, I know I'm going to die, and just go to game 3. Especially in that situation. They didn't have an answer, they were going to die, the writing was on the raw wall, we had 2 fetch lands. Like, that wasn't an early scoop. That was, I'm going to die to attacks. I've had opponents, though, with a super early scoop where I haven't presented lethal yet, they haven't shown that they're missing land drops or something like that. They just aren't happy with their hand and the way the game's going, so they want to go to game 3. And I don't know. I guess let me know what you think in the comments. I feel like it's a bit... to me, it's a bit annoying when you have those super early scoops. Not that I've never early scooped. Usually I'm early scooping because I'm just like, nope, I'm done playing Magic today, and my luck is totally against me type of thing. Spoils of the Vault. Choose a card name, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a card with that name, then put that card into your hand. 7 cards, okay. So what did they get? Ooh, Cosmogoyf. I love me some Cosmogoyf. And 6/7. It's pretty good for our opponent. Can they? And now we're in a position again where we need to probably just start running out our threats and hope that it dodges removal. There we go. Other than Soul Spike, it doesn't seem like our opponent's playing a ton of removal. So alright, the lag from our opponent, who also is not chatting, but that's okay. Thing is, I think we can actually handle I think we can get our creatures bigger than Cosmogoyf. That's what's so funny. Even, I mean, I assume they have other ways to exile. In fact, Necrodominance, I think, is one of those. And I'm not. Thankfully, we have the Force of Vigor, but I think if we do Force of Vigor, we might want to. Let's think about this. So next turn, gosh, the lag. So next turn, we're going to play a Bristly Bill that can attack. We'll say, what should we pitch? And then the following turn, we probably want to pitch the Chocobo if we have to Force a Vigor, because we want to then be able to, or sorry, pitch the Might Form Harmonizer if we miss, so that Chocobo might find us a land off the top. Exile their graveyard. That's a sweet combo too. Make it an 8/9. Put us down to 12. But we're not dead yet. Well, we're in range of dying to a Soul Spike though. I don't think there's any reason not to do this now. It's not like it's a secret that yeah, we're gonna grow it with a fetch land. I mean, we're at 11 though, so we're dead to a lot of things. So we will pitch Harmonizer maybe. This would, man, it makes it so big if we can. I mean, I feel bad because I know what Chocobo does. I don't know what Harmonizer does. I mean, I've seen it in action once, and it was super good. So, I mean, I haven't seen the ceiling of it yet. I mean, do we just want to go ahead and Snakeskin Veil now? Well, we have a land in hand, so. Field of Ruin. Fatal Push, man. What's the likelihood that they play Fatal Push? Eight eight, 5/4. We should have put a counter on that, and we would just be able to present lethal. We don't have the hate. We're playing a pretty fair game right now, unfortunately. However, if our opponent doesn't have, if we can survive, and our opponent doesn't get trample or some nonsense, we now have another blocker. And we have a piece of protection to keep our blocker alive, or keep our threat alive. Next turn we can play this, get a land, make this big, crack it, make it bigger, but we're not going to have evasion of any kind or trample or whatever, so. Opponent hasn't been able to assemble their combo this game. I don't know if it's because they boarded some of it out in favor of something else, or if they're just drawing the other half of their brew, which is the Cosmogoyf Exile combo. They have, I mean, Necrodominance, man, really good card, and can Soul Spike. To do something. This means Fatal Push doesn't get it. It doesn't get that, though. I mean, it's good to have what you need in your hand, that's for sure. It's a 10-11, though. I mean, they have one card, so I don't think we're dead. We might be. Another one. Alright, well, this is it. This is the game. But if the last card is Fatal Push, I'll be very sad. So our opponent raised, we raised. They did not have everything they needed. We had what we needed to stop what they were up against. They did have quite a sweet combo, but we're seeing one of the problems with Cosmogoyf is that it just doesn't I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. Anyway, they don't have to push. She's saying, why did I do the land? And I was saying because I didn't have lethal without it, but maybe I did. Anyway, for cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll have to rewatch it and find out. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.